Hi, Janet Hilts here. Usually I'm talking to you about EFT, but today I want to show you something a little different. And this is due to popular demand by a few of my clients who really urged me to show you all this wonderful practice that I love so much. So thank you, Tammy and Don, for encouraging me to get this out here. It's a technique that I've developed for myself, and I call it HeartZooming. Now, I combined some practices that I read about from some other resources and put it together as a tool that I use for myself in all kinds of ways, actually. So what it is for me is a way to connect from my heart to the heart of another person, and sometimes even animals, so that that's where our most powerful connection is. Because what I found is that sometimes my brain-to-brain, head-to-head, thought-to-thought connection is not a good match with some people. If we have different values, different ways that we think about things. And sometimes, I hate to say it, but my mouth-to-mouth connection with some people isn't so good either. So what I thought was, if I could establish a good heart-to-heart connection first, that might change all the rest of it. And in fact, that's exactly what has happened for me. So I find that when I get this heart connection going first, it just seems like our head connection and our mouth connection match much better. It's astonishing, really. You're going to have to try it for yourself to see what I mean. But let me tell you how it goes. So it evolved like this. First I thought, okay, what if I just imagine a really powerful, like, cable, this cord between my heart and the heart of another person. And I tend to think of it more centered around the heart chakra, which is right here. But you can also do it with your actual heart to heart with another person. So first I thought, what if I just imagine that and really visualize it before I communicate with the person? And that worked pretty well. And then I thought, well, what if I get some physical action into it and get my body into it? So then I brought in my hands and formed sort of a funnel where I felt like I could just zoom them some energy right to their heart. So it's kind of like zooming a cable to hook right into their heart. So that's established and strong, no matter what else we do around it. So that worked pretty well. But then I just like to do everything full tilt. So I thought, what if, for me, I add some sound effect to make it even more real for myself? And so this is what I do. And the reason I haven't put this out on a video before is, to tell you the truth, I feel kind of silly doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway because it works so well for me. So the first times I used it was when I knew I was going to be meeting with somebody that I had a little, a little edge with, and that we have very different points of view. But I just wanted to get that out of the way and enjoy my time with them. So before I went into their house, I parked my car outside before I went into the house. Here's what I did. I put my hands in front of my heart, and I just imagine, wherever they are, that there's no way that I can miss their heart. I'm zooming right to their heart. And then I go, whoosh, or zoom. And I'm just zooming that energy right at their heart. I love it. It feels so good. And I have done it with wildlife and stopped a doe right in her tracks. She turned around and looked at me for about a minute and a half. I did the verbal part very quietly. And I zoomed her and I just stood there. And her fawn came up next to her. She looked down at the fawn as if to say, it's okay, and returned her gaze to me. I've done it with seals. I've done it with otters. I've done it with hawks. It's a wonderful way to connect with everything. But my favorite way is to use it to connect with people. So I want to heart zoom you right now. I hope you try this for yourself. One client said it's changed her whole life. She uses it all the time before she comes in contact with business clients, before she deals with tricky family members, before she goes around people that she loves. I also use it when I feel like this person could use a little extra boost, some extra love. I just zoom them some. So there's some heart zooming for you. I hope you go try it for yourself. And until next time, this is Janet Hilts.